Parents strongly caution the following programs are intended for mature audiences over the age of 18. These programs may contain some material that many parents would not find suitable for children and may include intense violence, sexual situations, coarse language, and suggestive dialogue.
All right, happy motherfucking Tuesday night. We've got the boys from Ice Pick Willie with us tonight, which most of you motherfuckers should already know because we've been plastering them all over the goddamn fucking place for God knows how long. It has been all over the place. How you guys doing tonight?
Good, man. Satisfactory.
Fantastic. So CB, I'm gonna let you start tonight. I've been making you start all day, so you're gonna finish it out.
All right. So, where you guys are at, how does the music scene look like over there?
Non-existent.
Non-existent.
We're it.
All right.
We're it.
So you guys are pretty popular in the metal scene over there, then, huh?
They're like, what scene? They're probably
So where are you guys about wanting to what's a bigger area you guys are wanting to go to start playing a little more?
Pretty much wherever, man. We want to start touring and playing big festivals. You know, put our stuff out there.
Okay.
Put Ice Pick Willie on the map, man.
All right.
fantastic.
The 803 on the map.
All right, fair enough. So for each one of you, at what age did you decide that you want to be a musician, and most importantly, why heavy metal?
I've always, ever since I was younger, my mom and my dad fucking blasting metal on me. It's kind of been part of me and who I am today, But, I fucking love it. I want to do it full time, and eventually, hopefully, that's what's going to happen.
I played Guitar Hero World Tour when I was a little kid, and I saw Zach Wild, and I'm like, that is the personification of testosterone. I need to become that. So, then I started picking up a guitar and hammering out the pentatonic scale repetitively with little to no unique phrasing. And then, kind of throughout high school, I had worked on stuff on myself. But then, around last year, Mike and Chad asked me to come play for Ice Pick, and so I did.
I think I started when I was about 12 or 13, man. First thing I ever heard was I was in detention, and
Imagine that.
this kid had a Korn Life is Peachy tape, and he's like, "Yo," the teacher like walked out of the damn class for a minute and said, "Yo, you ever heard Korn?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "I stole this from my brother, man. Listening to it all day." So he's like, "Check this out," and we're sharing the damn headphone, and Twist comes on, and it's like, what the fuck is this? So yeah, it was like ever since then, dude, it was game fucking on, man.
That's kind of how I felt whenever I discovered the band Cold Chamber.
Yeah. Cold Chamber, yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, I got real into Cold Chamber when I was younger because I remember being real big into like horror films and shit. I was watching this movie. It was like a little underground horror film. Fuck yeah. This underground horror film that was done by Dee Snider from Twisted Sister called Strangeland. And I got my hands on that fucking soundtrack. And Cold Chamber's logo was on there.
Oh,
and down the fucking rabbit hole I went. And it just got heavier and heavier and heavier. And I even still like talking to you guys being in deathcore. I got really, really fucking heavy and kept on going and ended up meeting the guys from Whitechapel at Welcome to Rockville. And we ended up eating lunch with them, and I had no fucking clue who the hell they were. So they started telling me about deathcore. And I was like, deathcore? I don't even know what the fuck that genre is. And they were like, well, come watch us. We're playing, I think it was like 1 o'clock in the afternoon on one of the small stages when Rockville was still in Jacksonville. So we went and watched Whitechapel, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? It was like the first time I ever heard like an 808 drop on fucking stage, and I felt that shit in my fucking chest. And afterwards, I went and bought like $400 worth of merch from their table. I bought every damn T-shirt they had, every fucking T-shirt they had. I went home with nothing but Whitechapel shit that day, and I went down the rabbit hole. So with you guys, how did you find deathcore?
I found it through a friend of mine back in the day. The first band I ever got introduced to, I guess you could say, was Flowers Murder. When it comes to deathcore, dude, and I still love them guys. I hate that CJ is not in the band anymore, but yeah, they're definitely one of the bands that influenced my deathcore influence, I guess you could say.
When I was in high school, my friend told me at that point I didn't really know what deathcore was. I didn't know what slam death was either. And my friend is like, dude, there's this band called Operation Cunt Destroyer. And I listened to it, and I'm like, looking at the cover art, I'm like, I need to go to confession. But dude, I think this is my favorite thing I've ever heard in my entire life. And then so I just started orbiting Slam Worldwide, and I was listening to the slam death metal and slam deathcore stuff. And then, at some point I had like a metalcore phase, and recently I've had more like a kind of brutal deathcore phase. Been listening to Carnifex a little more recently, and Suicide Silence. And so I was like, this is the heaviest thing I've ever heard. I need this to be my entire personality. And,
I understand.
Yeah.
And me, I kind of started getting more into deathcore when I was in the Army. You got fucking first sergeants and all these higher ups and shit that are like fucking big bangers, and they start blasting fucking metal and deathcore and shit. You're like the motor pool or whatever you hit, and I'm like, who the fuck is that? I ended up walking up to I can't remember exactly who the hell it was, but they were playing Suicide Silence. And I was like, who the fuck is that? He was like, oh, you got to fucking look him up. Look up fucking Mitch Lucker. And I was like, oh, that's sick. So I looked him up, and I became in love with it ever since. That's just what
Oh, that's the same. After I seen Whitechapel, got to meet those guys, I started looking it up, and that's when I found, like, I ended up meeting Mitch and seeing Suicide Silence play before they were ever fucking signed, and seeing those guys, and got into progressively got into different types of deathcore, like Tony Danza Tap Dance Extravaganza, and
Yeah.
one of my all-time fucking favorite bands. I'm so fucking stoked that they're back now. And then that led me down the fucking rabbit hole of bands like I Wrestled a Bear Once, and yes, like and I found like Necrogoblicon and other bands that were, loosely based off of deathcore, mathcore type shit. So it's deathcore is such a niche genre that I love asking that question to find out where they found it, how they found it, because that was very underground. That was like the MySpace days when deathcore just started like really getting off the ground. It kind of took over MySpace. It's like MySpace had these like weird like genre takeovers. There was like an emo phase of MySpace, and then there was the deathcore phase of fucking MySpace. So it's always cool to find out why people get into deathcore. ICB, you're up, bro.
All right. So if you guys could shoot a video for a music video anywhere in the world, money is not an object, where would it be for you guys?
Shit.
I don't care as long as I stab someone to death.
Ireland.
Ireland?
Our music is mainly heavy, aggressive, and makes you want to fucking fight people. And what is Ireland known for? Fucking motherfuckers up.
Getting drunk and fighting over fucking soccer.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
I remember a conversation once with a couple of military guys, and they were talking about getting stationed in different countries, and one of the guys, I can't remember what branch of service he was in, but he was going to Ireland for something for like 6 months. And they're like, there's one thing that you don't ever do if you go to Ireland, or you'll get your ass kicked. For God's sakes, never bring up soccer. Don't ever bring up fucking soccer, because you will start a goddamn brawl in a matter of 30 seconds. It will be an all-out brawl in that motherfucker. So don't talk about fucking soccer if you're going to go drinking in Ireland. Which I thought Ireland was more for rugby, but I was really way, way off on that.
Well, they're huge over there for soccer.
So if you guys had a chance to work with any band on a song, what band would you like to work with?
I think for me, man, it'd probably be Lamb of God.
Straight up.
Not just because you're wearing that shirt, yeah. But
I'll sport that shit tonight.
That's it for me. Is
I fucking love Lamb of God, dude. Like, yeah.
I kind of, as far as me with like vocal wise, I kind of studied Randy's life a little bit. So not necessarily as far as like trying to steal his shit, because he has his own vocal coach. What's her name?
Melissa Cross.
Yeah, Melissa
Yeah,
Cross.
Melissa Cross.
I watched a couple of her videos on YouTube and shit. And this is when I was first getting into it. And I was like, let me fucking try this shit. So I got on the fucking karaoke machine and started fucking around. And I was like, damn, I can actually do it. I was like, But, I mean, after a lot of practice, eventually I got really fucking good at it. So that's pretty much how Ice Pick came to be. So
I love Cranium. I love Cranium so much. Experimental Maniac's my favorite song by him, and it's just like with every slammy groove that, or even if it's more just kind of closer to just being brutal death metal, not necessarily slam, but with like every brutal death groove that I've heard from them, I'm like, I haven't heard a song by them that I don't like. And I listened to their entire discography, and 10 Sickening Acts of Perversity. It's my favorite album by him. External Maniac is the heaviest song I've ever heard. And I like the part where there's the chug and then the which I know doesn't narrow it down, but I mean genuinely that's just I love Cranium so much.
All right. Fair enough. All right, CB, you're up on deck, bro.
So, what is the craziest thing you guys have seen at any festival that you guys have been to or show?
Rockville War. Straight up. Like in War.
I guess the craziest thing I've ever seen was it was at a show that my old band played back in the day. It was Under Oath, Glass Eater, and hardcore band called In Due Time. And this guy was holding him by his legs, man, and was just swinging him, and he was just hitting motherfuckers' legs. Oh, I was like, that's fuck, yeah, whatever. That's cool, man.
One of those illegal pit moves.
Yeah. Yeah.
In high school, I went to see Knocked Loose, and I think Spite was opening for him. And the vocalist goes like, anyone who's seen Spite before knows that this area is a fucking war zone. And the song starts playing, and I look back, and there are people literally just beating the shit out of each other.
Oh, yeah.
Fight Club with the soundtrack.
You know, that I got to see Knocked Loose for the first time at Rockville last year, not the one that just passed. I was at that one too, but the one before. And I just got into their music and went up there to watch them. And it was the first time in my life that I actually feared for my life watching a band. And I'm like hearing people talk around me. They're like, oh yeah, they're like the most violent, most aggressive. You no matter where you're at, it's going to be a pit. And they weren't fucking lying, because that was the most violent, scariest thing I have ever experienced in my life. And I got to say, it was, had I not experienced that, I probably wouldn't survive the Wall of Death for Slaughter to Prevail, which me and him had just done a few weeks ago. And I don't know which one was worse. I don't know which one was worse, but I was petrified for Knocked Loose, and for good reason, because there was nowhere safe. Nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, the way they could command a crowd was unlike anything I had ever fucking seen before in my life. And it was terrifying. So if you ever get a chance, go see them live, because it is fucked up, and you are going to be in a lot of pain after it is over. So if heavy metal and hard rock did not exist, what type of music do you think you would play?
Heavy metal.
I think I would invent heavy metal.
I would just admit it.
I play punk, dude. Punk rock.
I think blues for me.
Yep.
I love the blues,
I would
man.
probably
I'm a big punk rocker at heart.
I'd probably be a big blues jazz guy. Just all the weird sounding chords and nonsensical scales like the diminished scale, and just stuff like that, where there's a lot of improv and a bunch of wrong notes. Because that's part of what I love so much about Dimebag, is because he played the blues scale, but he would put in notes from the diminished scale into it, and it kind of just made this like tastefully ugly, dissonant sounding arrangement of music. And I'm just like, that level of like progressiveness is just something that I really admire, especially when it comes to a lot of more jazz influenced stuff.
Rest
Rest in peace, I'm saying that.
Okay, fair enough. All right, CB, you're up.
What is a common misconception about metalheads that you wish did not exist?
They think we're always trying to fucking kill people, bro. We're not trying to fucking kill people or murder somebody. We're just trying to have a fucking good time. You know? Like,
Right.
Enjoy ourselves. Enjoy the music.
Right.
yeah. It's like when I went to Rockville last year, man. There was fucking seeing Corn play. There was over 200,000 people. Y'all know, you were there.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I didn't see not one fucking fight the whole time I was there.
Nah, because we're all cool with each other. Like, I mean,
That's what I'm saying.
Hell yeah.
But everybody thinks we're the most violent fucking people on the face of the earth.
I mean, we can be, but
We can be, yeah.
Yeah, we can be.
I do not like being asked if I worship the devil.
yeah, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
At some point, I think we just all accepted it. We're just like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Sure.
Right.
Here, go ahead, just hand me the pamphlet for the Church of Satan. I got you. No, I get that. So, if you guys could go on a world tour and you could choose any 3 bands to take on you with that tour, and they cannot say no, who are you taking with you?
Black
Dead
Label
or alive?
Sure, dead or alive. Fuck it. Why not?
Ozzy all the way.
Black Label Society. I want to meet Zach Wild and tell him you're such a big privilege. I want to cry with Zach Wild and walk around and poke and look at all his pedals and his wild audio and Marshall amps and really just geek out with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Knock
All right.
loose.
Who?
Knock loose.
Oh shit! Of
Oh.
course we're gonna fucking sing on news.
Oh, God.
Okay.
And Mudvayne.
Oh, I love Mudvayne so fucking much.
Dude, big Mudvayne fan too. Oh yeah.
Chad Gray, dude. Nobody's done it like Chad, man.
You know, Mudvayne's the whole reason that I switched over to playing like 5 and 6 string basses, because I was always scared of it. Like when I first started playing, obviously 4-string bass, and then I seen Mudvayne, and I'm like, when that I didn't even know. I was ignorant to it. I was brand new into, really getting into it. I mean, I've been playing for a long time, but I'd never really seen a band play 5 or 6 string basses until Mudvayne. And I was just like, what the fuck? And then I heard Dig. And I heard the bass line.
It's a different fucking breed, dude.
And I was just
Another band I'd like to take is Stuffed on Sight, dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Stuffed on sight, bro. Hell yeah.
feel bad. They played Welcome to Rockville this year, and I missed it.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, damn.
Well, I had to choose. I think it was between them and who fucking was it?
Who did we go see instead of them?
Oh shit. I want to say that it was Memphis Mayfire.
Oh, that's right.
And
They were on the main stage.
Yeah, we went and seen Memphis Mayfire instead for the main part, because Snuffed on Sight was on one of the small stages and there was no VIP area, and it was hot as fucking hell there. And I was just like, we're just gonna watch Memphis Mayfire from the shade and be cool and be close to the bar because I need a lot of beer. And so I kind of feel bad that we didn't go see Snuffed on Sight, which is the whole reason we also missed fucking Not Enough Space, which I'm really upset about missing Not Enough Space.
Yeah.
All right, CB, you get another one.
All right. So if you could introduce a odd instrument to your band, what would it be?
An oud.
What?
An oud. It's an Arabic instrument. It's the predecessor to the lute, which is the predecessor to the guitar. It looks almost exactly like a lute, but like with like Arabic music, the scales that they play are interesting because they have we have sharps and flats. They have 2 flats. So there's like B flat 1 and B flat 2 and then C. And so just that kind of exotic sound that you'd get from an oud and from that playing style is something that I kind of wanted to bring into Ice Pick. In fact, I was in Dubai last year, and I picked up an oud, and I'm like, this is an antique shot. This thing is not playable. And I didn't go to a music store that had one, so I'm like, sorry guys, we can't do Arabic metal. So,
Okay.
He really did. He sent that in the fucking group chat. So
All right.
it was a little bit.
Okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Me, I don't fucking know, dude.
I don't know, man. I couldn't. I guess an
Fucking oud.
I'm just gonna go with it.
All right, cool.
So I've always been partial to like violin in metal. I don't know what it is about it, but like I really am digging that new band Eminence, and the lead singer plays a fucking violin, and I love like the sense of like dread that can be brought in from that fucking violin, and I would have never really thought about it until then. And I'm even digging the saxophone in some of this stuff, like the band Dreamwake. They've got they integrate 80s like synthwave and saxophone playing into metalcore.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
it is wild, like fucking wild. So if you guys could dig up any musician that's dead and spend 24 hours with them learning everything they know within the music industry, who would you spend that day with?
Eddie Van Halen.
Okay, wasn't expecting that, but all right.
Since Eddie Van Halen has already been said, I am going to say Randy Rhoads.
Okay.
Just the neoclassical stuff, which was just so badass, and just he's part of why Ozzy got as big as he did, because he had Randy, and then after that he had J.K. Lee, which I described as a Randy Rhoads knockoff, and then after that you got Zach Wilde, and I mean Zach Wilde would probably say though, but since Chad already said that, I'm going to go with Randy Rhoads.
Okay.
That's funny because I was going to go with Ozzy.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all definitely some fucking Aussie fans around here.
Hell yeah.
I was going to go with Ozzy just for the simple fact that Ozzy's been, before he died, I mean, he's been doing this shit for fucking
Over 4 decades.
fucking, yeah, 4 fucking decades, dude. If anybody knows anything about fucking rock and roll,
Yeah.
Ozzy,
For real.
you know
The Oz man.
See, like one of my early heroes, probably my first hero was Lemmy from Motorhead. But
yeah.
for me, ultimately, the way that I play and the style that I play is so closely related to this guy that I never really realized it until after the fact. But it would end up being Paul Gray from Slipknot.
Mm.
Just mainly because he's a pick player and there's not very many bassists that play with a pick, but I do. And he was one of those very few that played with a pick. And I just automatically gravitated to him as a bass player just because he played with a pick. And that's just one of those weird things. Like whenever I go watch bands, I listen to the music, but I watch everything that they're doing. I watch how they play, the way they play. What are they playing with? Like all of that shit that I'm like breaking down as I'm fucking watching the band. I know people like to go out there and mosh and crowd surf and do all that shit, but as a musician, going to watch another band is different. It's a whole different experience because you're looking at things and picking things up that the normal fan doesn't, they don't even know, they don't even care. But with us, we do, because we look up to these bands. We look up to them and what they've done and what they're doing. So we're like, well, fuck, how are they doing it? What are they playing? How do they play? What's their mannerisms? You know, every fucking little thing, we pick it apart.
Yeah, my dad says that every time I see Zach Wilde, which I've seen Black Label Society 5 times, and I've seen Zach Sabbath twice. He says that every time Zach Wilde's on stage and my dad looks at me, I look like I'm like studying him as closely as I can, bordering on worship. But he says I always look stoic and like I'm like sitting in a lecture that I actually care about or something. And just does the random pentatonic stuff, and then when he adds some diminished stuff in there and pedal tones, I'm just like fully zoned in on that, on what's happening on stage, and it's to the point where like I get really upset if I get dragged into a mosh pit because I didn't come to mosh, and I had to pretty much kickbox a few nights or a few months ago. I didn't go there to kickbox. Okay, if I wanted to do that, I would go to Team Robinson MMA in Sumter and learn Muay Thai. I came there to see Zach Wild.
Shout out Jerome.
All right, fair enough. We actually got to see Black Label and Zach Sabbath at Welcome to Rockville this year, so it was cool getting to see him. And ultimately, I just really like seeing his guitars because that man, his guitars are fucking amazing. They're impeccable.
Right.
All right, CB, you're up, bro.
What is the best horror film for all three of you?
Halloween. Hands down.
Okay.
Chainsaw.
I love Halloween, especially. But a lot of people aren't big on the the zombie remake of it, but that's one of my favorite ones.
Okay.
Definitely not the movie Apollo 18. It is not a good movie, but it's a horror movie that I've watched repeatedly over and over again, usually in the back of a Honda Pilot while on my way to the beach at Myrtle Beach or Garden City. But it is just not a whole lot of objectively good things about it. But I was like, cool, the moon, aliens, hell yeah.
Okay.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Oh, that's such a good movie.
Yeah.
It's such a good movie. It's such a like an underrated movie. Like I'm well with you like now I'm gonna have to introduce you to a friend of mine because he is like the ultimate Killer Clowns from Outer Space fan. As far as like owning merch and collectibles, I didn't even realize this movie created so much goddamn fucking merch. Because if it exists, this guy owns it. I'm pretty sure that his entire apartment is a fucking shrine and museum for a Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
That's gross.
Whole damn thing. There's nothing that he does not fucking own. So on the horror movie subject, if you guys could write a song for a horror film, what genre of horror would you want to write a song for?
Well, we kind of already did.
Psychological horror.
Yeah, so Stab to Death, our new song we just released May 15th. We technically, as far as the lyrics go,
You mean you technically?
yeah, as far as the lyrics go, I wrote that about Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Gein.
That's exactly why I brought that question up. that was your cue.
I wrote that about Ed Gein.
All right, fantastic. All right, CB, you're up, my friend.
All right. So let's see here. What is the weirdest combination of food that you guys have ever eaten?
I've got the worst one. One night I decided I wanted to have mayonnaise and butter together. And now whenever I'm near butter, I gag and nearly vomit.
My fucking wife, dude, she eats the most random ass shit, and it is fucking sickening. And it's just like she'll put like fucking mayonnaise and like ketchup and like mix all this fucking bullshit together, and I'm like, the fuck are you doing? And she tries to kiss me. I'm like, no, fuck no. No, fuck no. But she means well. I can't really pick on her. But,
Right.
As
All
far
right.
as food, I don't really know. I'm very picky about what I eat.
Don't feel bad. The worst, we had a band come on one time where one of the members, I don't remember what band or who it was, but I just remember the combination was bananas, peanut butter, and mayonnaise.
Bananas, peanut butter, and mayonnaise. My great grandma used to eat that shit.
Ugh.
She,
Yeah.
she used to take a piece of bread and spread mayonnaise on it, right? And then take and like slice up a banana and used to put bananas and shit on it. And then
Why
put
is
butter.
that a thing? Like,
It's a southern thing, dude.
We live in a very broken
Yeah.
and fucked up world.
It's,
So I
it's
think
just
that's why.
Yeah, it's just a southern thing, I guess. Because I really never heard of anybody from up north or the west coast doing
I
it.
have heard
me neither. I mean, we're
shit.
all of us on here are from South Carolina. So
Yeah.
it's like it's the only time I've ever heard it. And I'm like, what? Dude, I've lived here for fucking over 20 something years and I've never heard that shit till now.
Well, it's not over on the West Coast either. So I don't know where.
That's true. That's true. All right. So if you guys could only listen to one album for the rest of your life, what would that album be?
Ice picks, straight up. Whenever we talk about that,
Okay, fair enough.
because I'm telling you right now, that shit is going to.
We can't even find words for it.
It's gonna be fucking heavy. It's gonna be heavy.
I think for me, it'd be the first Korn album,
Okay.
Blind. You know, I mean, to me, that's just that time there was nothing like that. You know, and still today, I mean, there's a lot of ripoffs, but like every time I listen to that album, man, there's nothing like it. You know, and to me, that's just, you know, I love that.
That's what I streak. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what we're trying to do.
And that's what we want for this band. You know, we don't want to sound like anybody. We don't want to do what everybody else is doing. But yeah, definitely the first Korn album, dude. Definitely.
This is really out of left field.
Oh fuck, here we go.
Misadventures by Pierce the Veil. It is,
What?
yeah. When I heard it, I was like, "This is the perfect album," because like there wasn't a single song on it that I didn't like. It's kind of like, I guess it's like the post-hardcore equivalent of Cranium for me. But you know, when I was a teen and I was kind of questionably close to being in an emo phase, I was just like, I listened to all of Pierce the Veil's discography up to that release. And I met Vic Fuentes and the rest of the band and got a signed copy of Misadventures. But I was just like, that album, there's not a single boring part of it, at least to me. Now, you know, it's post-hardcore, it's pop-punk. But I thought it was fucking awesome. And I was like, I don't even think I like a Black Label Society album as much as Misadventures by Pierce the Veil. And like Zach Wilde is like, he's like my Jeff Gordon, you know.
All right, fair enough. See, for me, it's a toss up. We talked about this in the last interview, and for me, it's either between Antichrist Superstar by Marilyn Manson or Hellbilly Deluxe by Rob Zombie.
Hell yeah.
So I don't know. And it's kind of weird coming from like me being a big deathcore guy and liking so much deathcore, because like my favorite band right now is fucking Slaughter to Prevail, and they're just, to me, they're the fucking top echelon of deathcore. But I still go with those two albums just because they had such a pivotal impact on my life and music in general, as far as the way that they were constructed and the way the music made you feel. And every single song, there was not a bad song on either one of those albums. Because like you can sit there and listen to an album, and most of the time you only really love like 3 or 4 songs, and then the rest of you either kind of like it and you tolerate it, or you're just like, you just hit the fucking skip button on them and you don't even listen to the whole damn thing.
To me, Mudvayne's LD50 was like that.
That's another good album too.
And
Yeah, that's another good one.
there's not really a bad song on there.
No, I mean all the early Mudvayne albums, there was nothing bad up until I can't remember what album it was, and I guess it really doesn't even matter because I really didn't like that fucking album. It was the album that had like "Scream with Me" on it, and I really did not like that album at all. I was just like, this isn't your typical Mudvayne, but okay. I didn't even really like
it. Was legendary though, and it's crazy because I was doing some research at Ground Zero because we were playing at Ground Zero on the 19th, and come to find out, Mudvayne back in the early 2000s they actually played at Ground Zero.
Oh yeah,
whenever they released their LD50 album. So with us playing, and we're in that mindset right now to where we know we're gonna fucking kill this shit, but at the same time, it's like, well, fuck. So many fucking big bands that we all love have played on the stage. You know, we got to go out there and fucking show up and show out.
Find a way.
So
I've seen a lot of bands at Ground Zero. I mean, you're talking. I've seen Slaughter to Prevail there. I've seen Whitechapel there. I've seen Job for a Cowboy there.
Hell yeah.
Like, we like Job for a Cowboy too.
So many fucking good bands that have played on that fucking stage, and it's a historical stage.
It is,
and especially for the genre that you guys play. All right, CB, you're up.
If you guys could be sponsored. If you guys could be sponsored by 3 companies of your choice, who would they be?
Schecter Guitar Research, Marshall Amplification, and MXR Jim Dunlop.
God damn. Didn't even have to think about it.
Schecter Guitar Research.
Okay. Talk about that shit for we even came on.
Yeah,
I was waiting for that fucking question.
Yeah. We're gonna have to clip that in, put it as part of their application for endorsement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine would be probably Sure, because I'm real big on the Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would probably go for one of mine to Spencer for Schecter. Fuck, I don't even know. Fucking. I don't know. I give my other one to Chad. Fuck it.
I guess it'd be Remo for me. Definitely. Okay. For sure. Hell yeah.
Joey Jordison made it famous.
Remo, Pearl. Yeah, Remo and Pearl definitely cool.
All right.
And Sabian.
Sabian, yeah.
Yeah, fuck the Sabians. This motherfucker got some Wuhans.
Yeah.
Them bitches sound good too.
I play Sabian and Zildjian on my shit.
Fair enough. So, if your band was an alcoholic drink, what would it be? Could be a mixed drink, could be straight on the rocks, but what would it be?
Moonshine, because because it's so good that it's so good that it's illegal.
It's so smooth.
That's good. Moonshine, definitely moonshine.
The process of making it is very lethal. You fuck up one thing, everyone within a 20-mile radius is dead.
Would there be a flavor of the moonshine, or just straight up
fucking raw?
It just
skull fuck.
If anything, it probably just tastes like straight tonic water. It just tastes like fire.
It's like fucking drinking goddamn gasoline.
Yeah.
Pour that bitch in a fucking car and let that motherfucker run.
It would.
I remember the very first time I ever had moonshine, and I thought I was gonna fucking die. Like, I was like, this cannot be legal. This is not right. It should not feel like this. Why do I feel like I'm guzzling a fucking bottle of gasoline? Like, this is not okay.
The first time I had it, I was in Tennessee, and I was told to only have a little bit, but it was so smooth and it went down so quickly and it was so cold. I drank probably more than I should. About 10 minutes later, it hit me.
Yeah, I'm sure
I bet it did.
It did.
It's about how I felt whenever the first time I had fucking Jaeger. That nasty shit.
The Jaeger's good.
No, the fuck it isn't.
Jaeger tastes like shit unless you fucking mix it with Red Bull.
I don't know anything about alcohol.
Come to Wisconsin, we're hustling a bottle of gasoline's normal. Shout out to my boys in Unbroken. Dude, no, I had never had Jaeger. And I went to the Jägermeister music tour, and this was like early 2000s. We went to the Tabernacle in Atlanta, which I don't even know if that shit is even still fucking in existence. So we went to the Tabernacle to see Slipknot, Killswitch Engage, and Shadows Fall. And I didn't even know who the fuck Slipknot was. I had no clue. I was there for Shadows Fall because I was a big Shadows Fall fan. And I knew who Killswitch was, so I was going to watch Killswitch. Well, it was like right after Killswitch got off, all the Jägermeister girls were walking around and giving out free shots of Jaeger and shit like that. And the girl, one of the Jaeger girls walked up to me. She's like, "You want a shot?" And I was like, "I'm not a really big shot guy. I'm more of like beer and fucking whiskey." And she was like, "Well, do you like black licorice?" I'm like, "No, I fucking hate licorice." And she was like, "Well, do you like root beer?" I'm like, "Yeah, I love root beer, especially if it's like homemade root beer." So she's like, "Can I make you a drink?" I was like, "Fuck it, why not?" So she brings me this goddamn drink, and I drink it. Well, it was root beer and Jaeger mixed, but it kills the taste, the smell, everything of Jaeger. There's no burn, there's no nothing. It just tastes like fucking root beer. So I start downing these motherfuckers. Well, of course, after about the third one, I forget that there's alcohol in it. So I'm just like guzzling these motherfuckers down. She just keeps bringing them and I keep drinking them. And they're free. Like they're not even charging us for them. So I'm drinking the fuck out of these things. Dude, I only remember the first 3 songs of Slipknot. And then next thing I know is puking my guts out in some parking lot. I don't even know where the fuck we're at. And then we go to a Crystal's, and I vaguely remember it. And my buddy's trying to order Crystals, and I'm puking all the way through the order, all the way around. And then I could do nothing but taste Jaeger for like a week straight. All I could do is I could taste it. I could smell it. And ever since then, I have never been able to drink Jägermeister again.
I would need to be institutionalized.
Not fall into the fucking bar.
Dude, it was terrible. I've seen so many people just get like, that's the worst. Out of all the people I've seen drink moonshine, I've seen somebody get really shitty on moonshine. But Jaeger, for some reason, I've seen the worst of the worst when it came to Jaeger.
I'm a Captain Morgan's person. I like Captain Morgan. If you take Captain Morgan and mix it with Sprite, it tastes like a fucking cream soda. You talking about deadly and lethal? Yeah, fuck with that.
See, I just like bourbon. Straight on the rocks, bourbon. That's it. Give me a good bourbon and a cigar, and I am a fucking happy goddamn motherfucker.
I prefer water.
I mean, that works too. That works too. All right, CB, you're up on deck, brother.
All right. So if you could offer advice to motivate a new artist or new band, what would that be?
Stick with it, man. I can only tell you everything that we've been through. You know, I can tell you everything that we've been through. We've been up and down, man. Up and down, back and forth. And struggled. We thought about giving up. And then it was like just something would click and come together. And then like, fuck yeah, dude, we're doing it. We're doing it. And then something would happen and it'd be like, fuck this, dude. Fuck it, whatever. And then, you know, but we've all stuck it out. We've
finally found their fucking found their rhythm. I mean, it's just you just got to keep your head up and fucking keep trucking.
Yep.
Eventually, shit'll work out.
Yep.
You know, just fucking stay at it and don't give up.
Be mentally abnormal enough to have hyperfixation episodes and record it.
That, sir, is absolutely fucking. You know, you have to hone in on your craft, and you got to do what you need to do. Stay super vigilant, and just do the damn thing. And like I tell people, the most important part is not necessarily. I mean, yes, the band and what you're doing is important, but one of the most important parts of your career is who you align yourself with and who you're working with, because whoever you work with is going to help you get to that next level. And you have to align yourself with people who believe in you as much as you believe in yourself.
That's true, man. Definitely true.
So be very careful on who you align yourself, because this industry, as fun as it is and as rewarding as it is, it's got a really dark side to it. And there's going to be people out there looking to make $1 off of you. And we all know how expensive this shit is. It's extremely expensive, between the equipment and the touring and the food and the hotel costs and marketing and everything else that you fucking put into it. If you don't put the right people in the right positions, it could completely kill your fucking career. All right, CB, you are next on deck.
Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Absolutely not. No.
Fuck no.
God damn it.
I will. If you tell me to peel that pineapple, I'll peel your eyes out of your skull.
Y'all are killing me. You're hurting me. You're hurting my heart.
Fucking Jags. You put fucking
Oh,
pineapple.
man.
Man, one of my favorite pizzas is Canadian bacon, pineapple, and jalapeno.
I mean, you got bacon on it, so
Yeah.
I'll give you points for that.
Yeah.
If maybe I would try it if there's bacon or Canadian bacon on it, but if you tell me that it's Hawaiian, fuck no.
No, you got to do the jalapeno. It's got to be fresh jalapeno. It can't be no fucking pickled shit. Like, you need fresh cut jalapeno, Canadian bacon, and pineapple with crushed red pepper.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm winning this one.
Serves that, I'll try it with you.
You shut your fucking whore mouth, Crimson.
Oh man, how many is it? This
You shut the fuck up, all right? You just shut the fuck up. You can fucking suck it, all right? That's some bull. Wow. See, I think Crimson lives to come on this podcast just to bust my fucking balls when he can.
He's your foil, man. He's like your Antichrist.
Fucking horrible. Fucking horrible. All right, CB, you get
fucking Batman and the Joker.
Hey, I like Batman. Actually, I like Marvel better, but that's beside the point.
Batman.
All right, CB, you get the last question before we get into the last ending.
So we have to know, is it Star Wars or Star Trek?
Star
Wars.
Wars, 100%.
Star Wars.
I still win that one.
I've never really been a Trekkie, man. I've always grew up. I grew up watching Star Wars and shit with my grandmother. And, yeah, I fucking love Star Wars. And if you're going to ask me if I'm a fucking Sith or a fucking Jedi, I'm a fucking Sith all day long. Okay?
Wow, that was literally the next question.
Red lightsaber, force choke, electricity, like lightning and shit. And
Darth Vader out, this motherfucker.
See, I would be a Sith, but unfortunately, I would want a purple lightsaber because I like the fucking purple lightsabers.
They are pretty badass.
As long as it's not an orange one. Those orange ones suck!
Yeah, they're fucking ass.
I mean, no,
Suck.
The only ones that were orange were fucking Haiti and Skull and fucking Ahsoka.
Oh, also
think-
Obi-Wan used one for a bit. He's like, this thing sucks.
Yeah,
This is a big, heaping, steamy pile of piss and shit in a blender.
He is very serious about not liking the orange. All right, I dig it. All right, what's your favorite Sith?
Ooh.
Star Killer. I mean, he
Okay.
had redemption, but he's just so overpowered. And
Yeah.
it's just a Force Unleashed is just a power fantasy.
I'd have to
It's
go with
awesome.
Star
It's like
Killer.
Halo 3.
Okay. See, for me, it was Darth Revan. You've never seen him in the movies. He's never been in the films. He was in like the graphic novels and shit like that. Or if you played the old video game Knights of the Old Republic. And he was a Jedi who turned Sith and then turned back into Jedi. But when he was a Sith, he had two lightsabers. One was purple and one was red.
So you can be a Sith with a purple lightsaber.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Which is
you're
why
a
it's
fucking
purple.
Sith then. You said
Yeah.
you're a big Sith if you could get a purple fucking lightsaber. You can get it. So you're
Well,
a Sith.
exactly. All right. On that, boys and girls, we have hit the end, but like always, we always play something from the band that's on. So, of course, we've got a visualizer for their newest song, Stabbed to Death. Please make sure that you go to all of Ice Pick Willie's social medias, hit that fucking follow button. If you're in the area, June 19th, Ground Zero, Spartanburg, South Carolina, go check them out. They will be playing. They've got a ton of other shows coming up. Obviously, you can go to my page or their page and see all of their upcoming tour dates. On that, here's Stabbed to Death. You guys stay put. We will see everybody again next Tuesday. We love you guys. Thank you for joining in.